Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks, Mowers, and today we're going to be looking at another 3 lawnmowers I've had come in. Excuse the squeak, but it's very windy outside and I've got a eucalyptus tree that's rubbing against my shed. So the same gentleman that sold me the 8 mowers has now sold me another 3, and they're all Briggs and Strats 3.5 classics or similars. So I took them in. They stand me in at about £8.20 a mower. 2 are drives, 1's a push. They've all got issues, but the one I want to get going is the Mountfield. I think it's a 470. Because it's going to a local church. Just to mow around the church and what have you. Someone texted me the other day and said I want a little drive mower just to mow around the church and what have you. So that's cool. So we'll get that up and running first. Then we'll have a look at the other 2 as we get along. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this Mountfield. To show you what I've got an HP 470 in. That's got a height adjustment problem on it, I think. I've got another 470 in. That's got a fuel issue, and I've got this Sovereign in as well, which is the same engine. Don't know what's up with that one as of yet. Haven't even looked at the files. The handle's not attached on anything, so I can't even pull the cord or anything yet. But that's a drive as well. So this will be the first one to get in. Will be this Mountfield SP470. But it's got a load of oil here, which is not very nice. But it looks like it's in quite good nick. So that's one that's going to be going. Let's get it up on the bench and let's see what we can do with it. Okay, let's excuse the wind. Hopefully you won't get too much interference, apart from the odd squeak here and there, but I can't do anything until I get my chainsaw out and cut that tree back a bit. The first thing I'll say about this is, it's got a funny smell to it. It just smells funny. Someone's had a little pop in here. I need to get some glue just to stick that back. But it's got a funny smell to it. Now, I have tried starting it and it won't start. It primes fantastic. Does everything it should do, but it won't even fire. And I'm suspicious of this oil that's all around the front here. Now, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold the press. What have we got in here? Now, I don't know about you, but fuel should not look that colour. It doesn't smell like petrol. It smells like something else. It smells, I'll tell you what it smells like. It smells like diesel. That's what it smells like. It doesn't have that petrol-y smell to it. Yeah, see that's not lighting like petrol does. Light's more like diesel. I don't know. Either way, it's not right. It could be 2-stroke petrol. It lit quite quick. Diesel doesn't tend to light like that, but probably 2-stroke petrol in there. So we need to have that off straight away, because that can't stay in there, and that's possibly the reason why it's come to me. As I say, this one is sold, so I want to get it up and out. Just find the right torque screw bit would help. When I get my new shed, I'm going to have all of these Torx bits all hanging up exactly where I want them. One down here somewhere and all. And it's got loads of dirt and what have you in there. And find a slightly bigger Torx bit. So I'm just removing this cover. This screw doesn't really want to play ball, but it's coming now. There it goes. Let's take this pull cord assembly cord off. That all now runs up. Let's get rid of that for now. Wants a good clean. It is particularly dirty. Certainty. Cool. Let's get a magnet tray in. Filter's not actually too bad. It's very oily, but it's not actually too bad at all. Wants a good clean off. This is just so dirty. Let's get a 3/8. Extension bar to remove some of this lot. 13 or 1/2 inch. All the governor springs are in place where they need to be. We've got a snail in here. We've got loads of stuff in here. So this I couldn't even get to start, so that all wants a good clean off. I've got to drain the tank out as well. I've got to clean all around here. Got a snail in there. Well, a snail that's been evicted. All that leaf litter, that'll all affect the running. This is particularly dirty. Right, let's get this fuel out of this carburetor. See what we're looking at. Yeah, that's red. Oh, so red. Fire engine red, that is. I want to give the old carburetor a few primes just to try and get rid of that that fuel that's in there. I might have to take this gasket diaphragm off because it's absolutely caked. Let me get some wipes. And just start to clean this tank off. Absolutely thick with like oil, which is vivid like the 2-stroke oil coming off. I might have to clean a bit of petrol, a bit of neat petrol. It's just like grease and oil. It's going to take a bit of cleaning, Maddis. I'm going to take that gasket diaphragm off anyway. I want to see what's inside here. If there's any dirt inside the well. So let's do that. This is just so sticky. Empty my bin as well. Next, I want to do whilst I'm here, just get a clean rag. I want to put that clean rag straight inside the tank. Stick it all in, because I want to suck up as much of that petrol as possible. Just leave a little tiny bit hanging out. Give it a good swirl around. Okay, let's get a decent Phillips screwdriver. Oh, that stuff is just everywhere. It is just like glue. Bring that up here. Let's get in a bit closer so you can see what's going on. And all I'm going to do is I want to remove this because with having 2-stroke in there, that will affect the gaskets and diaphragm. But I want to just inquisitive to see what actually looks like inside here, because of the fuel mix it's had. I wouldn't normally do this. I'd try and get it to run first. If it doesn't look too bad, I'll put it back. But I dare say, because it's had oil in it, in the well on the bottom, all the oil will probably be sitting in there. Sometimes you can just put plain fuel straight in it and they just smoke for 20 minutes, you know. But let's go into a nice place. Go into the house of God, so I'm going to make sure it runs. Is that going to come up there? Here it comes. Gasket, yeah, I put a new gasket on that. And that's why we got all that oil sat in the bottom here as well. To the gasket, yeah, the gasket's probably had it. So I'm going to renew that anyway. It's sticky, it's horrible. It certainly won't be doing a job it's supposed to be doing. There it goes. Let's get rid of that. That's yucky. Well, that's going to be cleaned off a carburetor cleaner. There goes the screw. So I wouldn't normally do that, but it's got to be running right. And because it's been had all fuel mix put in it, it won't run right with it. So just taking all the bits and pieces off. I should clean the main jet out in a minute as well. But the first thing I want to do is just clean up this tank. Alright, Riley boy. Someone put the wrong petrol in it. Can you believe it?
I'm not boy.
You're Riley boy.
Daddy?
Yes, my little bud.
I watch YouTube.
I'm doing a YouTube video all about why you shouldn't put, in a minute, yeah, why you shouldn't put 2-stroke petrol in a 4-stroke engine.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Is it hi YouTube?
Yeah, say hi.
Hi YouTube.
That's it.
YouTube?
Yeah, they can hear you.
YouTube.
They're saying hi back.
I'm YouTube. YouTube. I watch YouTube.
Right.
Oh, it's cold.
So that's mainly clean. I want to put some, just by putting some carburetor cleaner on here,
Why?
would improve it tenfold. So that'll start to break down all the oil. I mean, straight away give it a wipe off with a clean rag would be good. That'll get rid of half of the issues we got. I saw an advert on a local selling site the other day. Someone put 2-stroke oil in a 4-stroke engine. They're selling a lawnmower for £5. I think it was about 1.5 years old. But it had already gone by the time I asked if it was still there. There's a bit of crud just in there. I'll try and get that out. There it goes. That's now lovely and clean inside there. This is what we want. A bit of gasket on there to come off. And that's now in a much better condition to what it was before. I'm going to put some neat petrol in here. See how red that is? I don't know if you can see that. It's reddish in colour. That tank is pretty much clean. It still smells a 2-stroke. I can smell it. So I'm going to put some neat petrol in there, have a good swill out, and then re-empty that back out, but that's done now. Onto the carburetor itself, just wants a general clean. I think I'm out of spray. So over to the old trusty WD-40, never lets me down. Just start to work it into all the bits and pieces where it's all gummed up. I get my air compressor on it. And clean that carburetor right up. Right, get my air compressor, blow it off, and then we can start to break this carburetor down. Okay, so that's now been blown off with the air compressor. Just want to remove this main jet out of here without breaking it, of course. There it goes. Yeah, that's reddish in colour too. To be fair, it's clean. Just wants to be blown off with the air compressor. Just make sure everything is running freely in there. But it looks pretty good. I shan't take the tube out. I'm just going to put some carb cleaner down through the main hole, which is in that one there. and that will start to push fluid all the way through, and I'll air compress that again. There's a jet down in here I want to get to as well. And then the main jet itself, just run that through with carburetor with a WD-40 and air compress that off, put it all back together, and I'll come back. Right, got my gasket and diaphragm set. They go on there like that. Got to put back on to the carburetor the metal galls. That goes on, and there should be a little tiny spring. Goes on there. A bit of dirt on my hand. That goes all into place like so. And you want your 5 screws. And just start to seat them down. They're fine their own way. Just don't force them. Once you get 2 or 3 in, they'll all seat. Screwdriver. And there's hundreds and thousands of videos on how to do these, but as I say, I wouldn't normally do it. I wouldn't normally show it, but because it had 2-stroke fuel in it, I wanted to see what it was like inside. So I'll wind this down and I'll come back. Right, the mower's had a bit of a clean all the way around. Got rid of that oil off the front. All it was just oil, so I just put some degreaser on it and cleaned it all off the air compressor, so nice and clean now. New gasket diaphragm inside there. I want to make sure it primes, which it does beautifully. That's good. Now I can fit this tank assembly all back on. Make sure the 2 rings are in place. Hook it onto the throttle assembly, onto a big hole. Turn that round, and this all goes on in one movement. Like so. Then we can get our 10mm and 1/2 inch, or 3/8 and 13mm, whichever way you want to put it. That was back to front. Push it in first. Do that one up loosely. Good. And now I want to get a new air filter in here. I'm not going to clean it, I've got a new one, so I'll put a new one in. So I've had to degrease both of these because these were absolutely covered in oil. I've got a new filter here. It's my last one. I need to order some more up. I keep missing that bin. I need to order some more up. So a new air filter goes in. Some people say to spray these with WD-40 or a bit of oil, but I don't always. There's enough oil on here as it was, but some people do, some people don't. So that's a preference. That goes onto there. That goes onto there. Do that. Now to wipe just on that back edge. And down in there, I missed a bit. That's it. Okay. So that's that. Pull cord looks fine. I should fully retract it. I've just cleaned the marker switch up as well. Make sure that's fine. Next one I'll do is have a look at the oil, see what the oil's doing. Oil is not too shabby. I'll give it an oil change and a new spark plug. But it's up to the mark where it needs to be. It's blackish in colour, so it doesn't want to come out, but however, it is absolutely where it needs to be. So I'll take the oil out anyway, and I need to have a quick look once I've taken the oil out of the blade, see what that looks like, just from as clear as I go. I need to get a bit of glue just to glue down the sticker and cut a hole around the screw hole. I've got a bit to do yet. Let's have a quick squiz at the old blade, see what the blade looks like. Have a little sneaky peek at it. Do you know what, this mower hasn't been used in an age because it's got some mould on it. The blade actually looks really good. I'm not even going to bother with the blade. The blade looks good. So that's all right. The boss is on fantastically, so it doesn't need doing. It's got so much mould underneath. This mower's been sat for a little while. What year is it? 2006, I think. It looks like. I might be wrong. It might be a 2000. Right, let's have the oil out and clean the oil, spark plug out, and put a new spark plug in. Right, I've just given the old engine a pull. Brand new spark plug going in, and all my spark plugs I pre-gap them anyway when they come in. A new one of those, that'll help loads. That's on. Oil's done. I should check it again once I've run it up, but because it will drop slightly. And I think we're there, people. Just got to double check the drive, make sure the drive works properly, which I expect it will do. And then we're good to go. So I'll put this cover back on, which is over here. It sits down there. It looks like it's going to absolutely belt down the rain in a minute. I think that's the wrong one. Yeah. Next one up I want. I think it's that one. Oh my lord. I need to put a mark on this one so I know which one it is. It keeps having to find it all the time. That hasn't found its little home. It'll be there. Yeah, here comes the rain. I might go and get that washed in a minute, people. Oh, with Mrs. P, will have wet towels. 2 ticks. Yeah, had to get the old towels and just started to belt down the rain. It stopped again now. I'm not going to go in and out, in and out, in and out all day long. So I've got some all-purpose glue here. Just going to run some of that in. This is all-purpose glue in 60 seconds, apparently. So I'll run that in. I'll get some masking tape just to hold that in place. So it's got it. I didn't use a super glue because it tends to muck about with the old stickers when you do that. So if I just put some masking tape on it, just to hold it in place, just for now. I'll take the masking tape off a bit later on. That'll hold it. Right, so what have we done? Oil done, spark plug done, new air filter, gasket diaphragm, tank flush, carburetor clean, blade is fine, doesn't need doing, general all round tidy and clean. So we can take it outside now and give it a run actually, see if it actually starts. As I say beforehand, I couldn't even start this machine up. It didn't want to start at all. I think I might have to just tighten up the drive connection up the top here, because it's a bit slack. When you pull it, it tends to want to move. But I can just, by testing the drive, I can pull the drive lever in, try to move it backwards, and the axle locks. So that tells me it's working. But I won't know until I get it started and get it run up at least. And there's a small repair to do to the grass box as well, which I'll have to do. So I might look at the grass box very quickly to see what sort of repair is required, and then we're going to give it a run. Okay, so the grass box is actually intact. It's just literally come out of its little home. It's supposed to live in there, like so. That's it. It's just where people just drop them down on the floor. So that's all alright, and they should be on their pins, which they are. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Right, let's get it outside, and I have to put the mic on because of the weather, and we'll try and give it a run. Okay, it's really windy out here, so I don't know if you're hearing me or not. Hopefully you are. This is a 2006 model, we just checked. New spark plug, as I say, new oil change, all that sort of good stuff. So hopefully this will now run as it should do. Let's give it a few primes and see how it gets on. It runs really sweet. I'm gonna let it run for about 5 minutes or so because it's had the oil put through it, and it will want to burn all that oil off. So it actually looks in really good nick. Actually, let me put the bag on. The only downside to this, the bag is actually missing this bit here. I could swap it for the black one over the back there, but then it wouldn't match the other mower. What I generally do is get a bit of duct tape in there and just cover that over, or a bit of plastic and screw it to it. So I have to do a little repair on that, as the grass just comes out. So let's give one more fire. Absolutely beautiful. Super chuffed. And that little engine, that would have been scrapped without a doubt, because it just wouldn't start and it had a wrong petrol in it, so that would have been going down the tip. So the deck's in really good condition, yeah, this one is sold, so all good. Okay, so that lawnmower is now, you might be able to hear it outside, rattling away. That's on its test. It's had a full service, apart from the blade, which didn't need doing anyway. It's a nice blade on there. I don't think it's had a lot of work since 2006 at all, but because it had two-stroke fuel put in it, it was decided that engine was no good, so we've managed to turn it around. Just spoke to a gentleman where it's going. He's going to a local church in my area just to cut around the verges and what have you, and he's super happy, so that's cool. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Micks Mowers. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it informative. If you did, don't forget to tap the like button. Give the old subscribe a little bit of a tap as well whilst you're there, and give the old bell a nice good whack. Any comments, positive, negative, you know where to stick them. But until next time, don't forget,